Steuben County, New York, WENY, the cleanup after devastating flash flooding hit parts of Steuben County, is continuing a week and a half later. Over 3 days, the Woodhull and Addison area saw around 5½ inches of rain. The issue was exasperated by the fact that the ground had already been moist when the rain hit, but regardless, that flooding caused millions of dollars in damage. Some progress has been made, and the Emergency Management Office is ready to start assessing the damage and just how much repairs could cost. Calculating how much it will cost to do repairs could mean that if the area sustained enough damage, federal aid could be on the way. At least half a dozen roads were impassable because they either sustained significant damage or had major debris thrown across them. In addition to roads, bridges, and infrastructure, even more houses were damaged. We're figuring right now, just with the county infrastructure, we've got about over $3.5 million worth of damage, said Public Safety Director Tim Marshall. The $3.5 million does not work that needs to be done. That is the responsibility of New York State and local municipalities. Marshall said the county is working with New York State and the federal government to calculate the extent of the damage. To qualify for federal disaster aid, a requirement is that there needs to be at least $30 million in damages to public infrastructure, which includes things like the highway department building or a school building. There, however, isn't an exact qualifying amount of money that needs to be met to allow for individual assistance. The equation is different for individual and personal property as compared to infrastructure. The number of uninsured, poverty levels. There are all kinds of things that play in individual assistance, so we're working closely with the state on that process, said Marshall. Marshall said his most recent assessment showed that at least 25 homes have been damaged, and about half have been deemed unlivable, or total losses due to flooding. However, Marshall wants to remind people who are looking to help their neighbors in Steuben County that they can still help by donating financially. The donation of goods, like water, food, and furniture, has been valuable. But Marshall wants to remind people that the most important thing is to make sure people can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get materials so that they can fix their homes before thinking of putting new furniture back in. United Way of the Southern Tier has set up a special fund that will go directly to those affected. The American Red Cross, Arbor Housing, Catholic Charities, and Pro Action are also working in partnership to aid in the flood response fund.